The Big Monsters expansion for Warsword Conquest, a mounted blade mod, just got a pretty big update, and today we're going to explore that. One of the game files made it so we're at war with every faction except for the Wood Elves, who we will be fighting for. They too are at war with everyone, and with their poor positioning plus using the settings stop AI factions from making peace, I'm almost certain they will get overrun early like they did in my last playthrough, and by this time we need to be ready to take a town for ourselves, as we can no longer sell goods to towns or find companions from taverns. A rule we're going to loosely follow is we can only recruit units of the elf type, and our goal is to unite the Dark Elves, Wood Elves, and the High Elves. In a recent update, they made it so looting skill of the player plus 3 companions will increase the odds of special treasure at the end of a dungeon. As for our starting character's choices, I prioritize power draw and bow skill, but mainly agility so we can max out our looting really early on. The elves also have access to gray magic, which allows you to summon a steed in dungeons, and you can ride it and kind of speedrun dungeons, but more on that later once we have some free points to throw around to buff up our magical abilities. With our leftover attribute points, we put 3 into strength, allowing us to give to 4 power draw so we can use really good wood elf bows. And to help level up bow proficiency, we max out weapon master and put only 1 in looting for now, but from now on we will be prioritizing it. We begin our journey in Kingsglade, immediately talk to the elf king, and he gives us a hideout quest, which I think is fairly common because this happened in my last run as well. Our immediate goal is to farm 880, which is the cheapest horse, which right now we don't have that. We're going to sell everything we have though, minus the bow and 2 quivers of arrows, and for kind of a funny meme, we'll start with these mercenary halfling field wardens. We're about to find out how strong these things actually are as we engage a party of 4 beastmen, and since we engage them, I can actually run away if... Oh, wow, they're actually doing pretty good. They knocked them unconscious with their throwing rocks, I guess, which is really good. That means we can capture them and take them prisoner. I'd like to not take damage if at all possible, but I'd also like our units not to get killed. Got knocked out, and I got a kill as well. Oh man, this guy win 1v4. These are kind of blocking. I could be playing this better. Oh wow. I need to micro him because if I don't, wow, that was close. They did a lot of damage to him because I only did 12 damage for the kill. My bow really sucks. But yeah, we knocked out 2, and we'll sell them to the tavern keeper 50 and 50. For the tavern, we can pick up some more halflings. Let's just get all these halfling scouts. We'll use them to engage these 11 chaos zealots waiting right outside the second elf town. And also, I'm not really trying to level up too much here. I'm trying to keep my XP at a minimum because when we go into the hideout, I want our units to pretty much do all the killing. And the more levels I get, the higher difficulty the hideout is going to be. So I actually don't really want to level up, I think. One of the field wardens was able to level up to a vigilante guard, which does have a shield. We did get 3 of these trackers though, which have 150 archery, 3 power draw, and I don't know what bow they're using. We found the forest goblin camp, which is in the same spot as it was my test run. I think it spawns here quite often. And before we do it, I'm going to put 1 more point in intelligence, which gives us another skill point, and we're going to put 2 into looting, because this should increase the amount of loot that we get from the hideout, assuming we do complete it, which I think we should be able to. I think I can just send our units into solo, because I'm only level 2, and already we won. I didn't even go in there to watch the results because I didn't want to get randomly headshot. Now we got a task of bringing the loot back to a town, which is easier said than done because there's a lot of forest goblin armies patrolling around here, and like there's 7 beastmen over there. We're really slow on the map right now though because we're carrying all those goods. We'll sell everything, and yeah, we could have got more stuff if we had more looting, I think, but that's still a lot of profit. We talked to this lord and he gave us a letter quest to talk to a leader over here, which is a castle that's currently under siege, and that's where the king is as well. If he gets taken out this early, that would be very disastrous because we won't be able to turn the quest in. Looks like we're okay though, and we can actually help the king out here in a battle. We do end up losing 2 of our hobbits in that battle, but we get some relation, and I don't even know if there's a point to capture this guy. I think we just let him go and we gain reputation and relation with him. Not that the relation matters, but we captured some enemies as well. Fortunately, we don't have any prisoner management, but I think the Knight of the Realm and the Questing Knight are the best units out of this. We weren't missing out on too much money by not capturing other guys. The main thing is we're going to get a ton of golden XP from turning in the hideout quest. We did actually miss out on a little bit of extra cash because there's a ransom broker who will buy these prisoners at full price, unlike the tavern keep, which rips us off. After doing that transaction at Argelon, there's another Bretonnian lord that's getting ambushed by 2 elven lords. Before the battle ends, before I forget, we're also going to mash points in Agi so we can get up to 6 looting. We'll put another point in webmaster. We end up losing our halfling vigilante guard, our best halfling unit, but we do again get a questing knight. I think the pilgrim knight looks the best out of all of them, and he's going to sell for 192, the questing knight for another 320. I think that was still worth losing our best halfling, and we'll buy some more. Just see kind of a funny early game meme. I don't know if halflings are the best late game units. We also should have enough money for the steed for 880 and a shadow bow for 4200, and this thing does 50% extra damage at close range. It's going to absolutely annihilate this nervous man quest. Oh, he has daggers? Holy hell. That's scary. I'm low HP. I didn't think he'd actually have daggers. Bro, he can see through the tree. I can't. It's not fair. Do you have throwing weapons? Might be. Got him. Ooh, that was scary. While heading over to turn the quest into a lord who's between Bugman's and Wuppertal, I ran to another elf lord that has a taxes quest, so we're gonna go do that. Once we find this elf who's... Here we go, we found him. He was the one who gave us the hunt down quest, and we're gonna take the money, I think. 300 for us right now is quite a bit. As we were heading back home to do the taxes quest, we stole cattle from this dwarf village, and we got 9 heads of cattle, and it said the amount of cattle we got was based on our looting skill. Cool thing about stealing cattle versus looting villages is you don't lose any reputation, which is important for making friends with the good lords like the elf lords. If we talk to the guild master at a town, we can sell them the cattle for 2,500. Massive profit there for basically doing nothing. We can use that money to get some gear upgrades, like this helmet's only 330. We got some gloves for 229, not terrible. As far as the chest piece, like I don't know if we should. Part of me is thinking we should save up for a really good chest piece. It's 3.2k, which is basically what we were at. We're gonna get some money from the taxes quest, so we'll just wait for the chest piece. Or we could get money from this tournament. We'll just YOLO the tournament. Let's just go hard on it, because this is pretty RNG as to if you win. Although I will say we are using the gear that we own, which is not good because my gear sucks. But yeah, if I use superior tactics here, which by the way I want to show you guys the difficulty. We're using normal, good, difficulty. Combat speed is gonna be normal. Some people say buff it up to fastest and it will make combat go quicker slightly, but I don't think it makes that big of a difference. Yeah, apparently it's like 10% faster combat or something is what I'm thinking it is. I'm not sure if that's like the actual number. If anyone knows, say in the comment section. I also cannot tell who's who, by the way. Oh, this guy has a yellow shield and I have a red one, and I'm seeing a lot of red shielded units up, so my strategy of basically keeping our units together at the start and not letting them charge in paid off on round 1 at least. And we're just gonna go hard on this. I'm not gonna save scum in this at all, so expect us to just lose money. Like, we're gonna get some bad RNG when it comes to wow, I just took 15 damage from the horse. I'm gonna get knocked out here. I actually prefer if I get knocked out so it looks like I didn't save scum, because well, this is a lord. Yeah, I'm knocked out, that's fine. But I think it would have been cool to just YOLO bet and then win, like, what do you win, like 10k for betting at the max? But either way, it shouldn't matter too much. We're about to collect some taxes from this village. And apparently since we have 0 trade skill, it's going to take 2 days, so let's not do that yet. In a nearby tavern, there was 3 of the unnamed companions which have randomized stats, and we bought them all for 300 each. And 2 of them actually have 2 in trade. I didn't even look over the rest of their proficiencies because we're just going to dump them. Companions take 3 pieces of loot, and right now we want to maximize the loot that we're getting. But we were able to strip them all. One of them had this valet outfit, which is way better than even the chest piece I was looking at, I think. Maybe the one that was like 3.4k was a bit better than this, but not by much. This arming sword is also not bad. We'll use it instead of the one-handed that we were using, and we'll sell off the rest of their gear. And a bit of a revelation, one of the towns, Matthias Stolman just showed up, I think, because he was not here when I checked not that long ago. So we should hopefully have some time to pick him up, and this guy's probably the best companion you can get early game. But from what I remember, he's 5k, so we're gonna go over to Tal and Varian to farm that. It will take a while to collect the taxes though, so I'm thinking maybe we go over to loot this village of cattle, and maybe this one as well, and that might be quicker. Alrighty, we got 5 heads of cattle from that village, and we'll head back to Argolon, which is currently under siege. There's no way it gets taken out this early, right? Holy hell, that's a lot of freaking Sigmar though. We sold all the cattle, and here's how much money we got from selling each. And to be fair, that's not enough for Matthias Stolman anyways, and we got arguably a more interesting companion, Bug, who is completely useless until he gets his random events that is going to make him either a beast or it's going to kill him. Dude also has 3 trade as well, so we can dump our other companion. Can't have too many people stealing the loot. I don't think any of them even have bows from what I'm seeing. This can be free XP because I get way more damage when we're in close range. 117 damage. Oh yeah, this is just free XP. Thank you guys for chasing me down. And I already rescued 3 Lauren Rangers, a veteran Lauren Ranger, and a veteran Ranger Archer. Got some really nice loot. Wow, I'm gonna be using that. And the helmet. So we got that guy's full set of gear. It's very lucky. With that, I think we're just gonna hit up Tal and Varian and collect taxes. And this village is getting raided right now as we're collecting taxes. I don't know how this is gonna play out. It's literally burning as we're collecting the taxes. And already we got 3,500 in taxes. The village is looted. I don't think we were there for 2 days, so I'm not sure if the village being looted messed with that whole taxes thing. We made our way back to Argolon, and it says the elves are here defending it. We have 1850 troops against 1843. I'm gonna do a save here to see if me joining the battle is gonna be a better result than just auto-calculating it, because I really don't want to lose Argolon right now. We'll first try auto-calculating the battle and see what happens. Enemy is forced to retreat, but the siege continues. One would think defenders would have the advantage here, and the treemen do AoE, which could be helpful or not helpful, depending on like where they hit their AoE attack. Oh, big attack by the treemen. Killed a few of our units, but wipes out way more of theirs. But yes, I think we're just gonna let this one play out. It's 1800 versus 1800, so it's gonna take a while. So I think the enemies are actually done with their first attack. Is that a battleship over there? Or it's a steam tank. I don't know, there's been 8 enemies left for like 5 minutes. 1 dies. I think we just hit tab here. Retreat. And it said the enemy was forced to retreat. I didn't see with how much. The main thing is I want to pick up Matthias Stolman while he's here. And we have almost the perfect amount for it. And he's actually gone. He just got here though. There's no way he's actually gone. After the fighting kicked off, I guess he just dipped. Maybe he's at the other tavern. I really don't think so though. They're gonna run away, which is fine. The elves won that way more handily, and they got more things to deal with. There's some Skaven over here taking on a caravan. First gonna check the tavern though, and there's a caster here which we would like to get. There is no Matthias though. All the elf lords are gathered in Elf Castle, and one of them wants to hire me for an upcoming campaign. The elf marshal gave us a quest to scout Festering Pit, Gnawings, and Revola, which are pretty deep into Skaven territory, but we'll try. We're heading over to the Skaven lands and kind of got chased down by some dwarf lords, so we kind of did a little detour and started looting some villages. And while we were looting one, we got ambushed by 28 Skaven tunnelers. We have 27 troops, although we do have the Jade Spellslinger, which already gave us a buff which gives us damage protection. We also regained some health if anyone was low, which I don't think they were. We get increased damage protection though, which I think should hopefully be enough for me to just not get one shot by something. And AoE is going down from the Spellslinger. She killed a bunch just now. Very nice. So level up for me as well. I've been waiting for that level up because I can put 1 more point in Agi for 1 more in looting. And with that, I think we're going to try a dungeon because we have 7 looting now. No companions yet with any looting, but that is actually about to change. After we hit up these 4 Bretonnian villages and steal cattle from them, we dumped them off to Argolon's Guildmaster for quite a nice profit. And inside the tavern, there's 2 really nice surprises waiting for us. The first one being Eleanor, who just like Matthias costs 5k and has 7 pathfinding, so we're going to be extremely fast on the map. But unlike Matthias, she has a ton of looting skill, which is going to improve our dungeon loot. Also in the tavern is Darius the Apprentice, who has some pretty nice items for sale. The first one being this bow, which is quite a bit quicker than the one we're using, but we lose 1 damage and the 50% extra damage at close range, which I don't know how close that is, but I want to do some more testing on it. So we skip on the bow for now. These feathered arrows are really nice though. Not only do they do more damage, but they give us a power draw. We also pick up this Sword of Striking, which is extremely quick and the damage is good. And that leaves us with barely enough gold for this even quicker axe, but it has way less reach. We'll give that over to Eleanor for the dungeon, and also for the dungeon I would like to give her this rune musket of reloading because she has good firearms. But it's been a couple days of doing cattle runs and I don't think we're gonna have enough. We got a deserter party that almost ambushes us, and they have a bunch of riflemen in that party, and there's a lot of parties that are patrolling around that will help each other out if one of them ambushes us, so we got to be pretty careful. You know, we got ambushed a few times. My HP is really low. I'm at 20%, so I really would like to not do a battle right now. It looks like we got XP for failing a quest. That's gonna bring us up to 23 Agi. We just need 1 more to get the next tier of looting, and if we get 8 looting on our main character, we get a +3 party bonus, so that's gonna be 2 more looting skill ups. I'm thinking we mash points into one-handed for now because we are gonna need to use one-handed in the dungeon. Also with our higher looting, we're getting more heads of cattle. I think you can just interrupt the looting process immediately, and I think it gives you the same amount of cattle. We only got 3 that time, but we can try this village over here, and there's another one over here as well. There's a lot of patrols though, because these guys have nothing else to do than just mess with us basically. It's nighttime now, so they're not going to be stopping us probably. But yeah, it says we can get 20 heads of cattle. If we interrupt it instantly, we get the max. So I think it's just a random number, and that number is not influenced by how long you spend at the village, or maybe it's like a really complex formula. If I had to guess, I think it's just completely random. Yeah, we're getting a lot of cattle here. And alright, so we make it back with a very profitable cattle run. Unfortunately, Darius is gone, but we're going to pick up this thick glade shield, which is one of the better shields in the game, simply because it's so big. And we picked one of these up earlier that was battered, and I'll give the battered one over to Eleanor. Plus I'll pick her up a pretty basic helmet. And as we head out of Argolon, we barely make it out. It's really hard to see in the Elven territory with all these trees, for the player at least. The AI can see us just fine. It's one of those things where the Wood Elf lands are kind of nicer to visit than to live at. We've been stealing cattle, waiting for our health to regenerate back to full, and as we were about to turn them in, we ran into this dwarf caravan. It only had 15 units total, but 9 of them were wounded, so we were easily able to take it out, and we got a massive profit off of this. We were able to dump off all the cattle at Kingsglade though for quite a nice profit. And then as for the loot we got from the caravan, a lot of good stuff here. It's about 10k from just a few of the trade goods. Needless to say, we're doing pretty good on cash. We really have nothing to spend it on though. Argalon looks like it's about to get taken by the beastmen. There was 2,000 beastmen over there with no one defending it. The elves are mostly at Kingsglade. And after Argalon gets taken, there's only one tavern that we can go visit. We're now going to head over to Cavalrock Dungeon and attempt to do a tier 1 dungeon. With one of these Illyrian Harbingers, we got 8 of them for I think it was 2.7k from a tavern. Their stats are not crazy good. Like they only have 175 archery, 5 power draw. They're mainly really good on horseback. We can also try bringing this Halfling Hound Ranger, which again is a mounted unit, but he cannot use the mount in the dungeon. 210 archery on this guy though with 5 power draw. These guys suck as far as the damage. Just try to have these guys shoot. You guys hit shots? I brought you in here for a reason. The shield is just beastly, so I can just hold this shield up. You can see how useful archers are in this dungeon. Very useful. You'll get him eventually, guys. Just keep trying. You're learning. All that matters. I don't think those guys can hit me with the fact that my shield's so big. Oh, you're gonna be a mean little goblin, huh? It's okay, guys. Their shields are not up. They're just swinging at me, but you can't hit shots. It's understandable. Remember my first... Whoa, this guy actually hit me. And my shield's so big. It doesn't even look as big as 180 size, but it's huge. Guy hit me again. I don't know what's wrong with these archers. They're so useless. Eleanor's just like, let me just deal with it. How are they so fucking bad? That's crazy. Oh, and Eleanor gets hit. I ran into this group of forest goblins that had an ice guard, which is a unit I've never seen before. And here's the unit. It's got a weekly wage of 150, so hopefully it should cleave. 450 proficiencies, 73 HP, 8 iron flesh, power strike. And I'm guessing it could have some special attributes like ignore pain or regeneration. Alright, room number 5. This is a new layout, and I have 2 arrows left. So they definitely did a change where you don't regenerate your arrows between rooms. What if I'm better off just charging and then just blocking for the units? Are you kidding me? I had my shield up. After failing the dungeon, it takes, I want to say, like 3 days for our wounds to fully heal back up. And since the Wood Elf towns both got taken, there's really not a whole lot for us to do. We do a massive cattle run, hitting up pretty much every village on our way to the High Elf lands. And since we have 9 looting on the main character, which I believe boosts our total looting up to 12, we're getting a ton of cattle from stealing them from villages now. As we approach the High Elf lands with our massive herd of cattle behind us, their guildmaster approaches us like, hey, we'll buy all your cattle, you know, don't steal our cattle. And we sell them all the cattle for a massive profit. I think it was like 50k. Buy a Weaver and Dowworks in that town, buy a ship as well for 5k, so we're now able to kind of zoom around the High Elf lands. And pretty much immediately after that whole thing, word gets around that the cattle stealer is now residing in the High Elf lands, and now 2 of their towns are being sieged. So the Dark Elves are like, hey, we'll help you guys out, because you guys are elves too, so it's now the Wood Elves, High Elves, and Dark Elves against everyone, basically. I'm not sure how much longer we'll have access to High Elf taverns, but at least we found a potion seller for the first time in 40 days. Plus, we found the best companion Gotrek if you don't count random events. He seeks a glorious death through fighting the mightiest of foes, and he's got insane stats, 140 HP, 15 iron flesh, and from what I remember, he teaches you an ability like ignore pain, so he might have that himself, which gives him damage mitigation. He's also got 10 power strike, insane proficiencies, and 10 willpower, which gives him magic resist because he's a dwarf. This 480 proficiency is going to be able to swing this sword really fast, and we gave him over a thick glade shield. And for the next dungeon, since you don't regenerate arrows sometimes between rooms, I'm going to be using the feathered arrows, plus a large bag of elven arrows I bought from the High Elf vendor for 3k, and since we're not really strapped on cash right now, we'll just buy another set of them for a 3.8k was. To make the dungeon easier, we're bringing in Florin, who's only level 10. The level of your units divide by 3, increase the difficulty of the dungeon, and Gotrek's level 50, so Florin's gonna help even it out. He doesn't have the craziest proficiencies, but does have 3 iron flesh, power strike, and 2 in shield. And we could give him a gun or a bow, but for now we're just gonna have him tank. In his cutesy outfit, we just bought him this dress for 8k, these boots for like 2k, I bought myself some as well. And these gloves were only like 500, and then we gave him the helmet that Eleanor was using. I think it was like 800. The really fast axe, which does extra damage against shields, and a shield. The third unit we're going to bring in is this Imperial Captain, which is level 24, so it's going to be bringing the level up, but I think his gear is decent. His proficiencies are solid, 3 power strike, but 5 in shield, so he should be a good tank line. Alright, here we go. Oh, this room is looking really wide open. We already are getting gunned at by a Skaven, which is not a good start. Stand behind. Yeah. Okay, they're gunning at our dudes. Wow, he actually got hit. Got hit just now. The captain got hit. This is so bad already. We have nowhere to hide too. I really don't like this room. These guys are... Oh, I should probably go for the dudes throwing. Although, I don't know. Probably go for the melee ones actually. Especially if they have no shield. These guys are very tanky as well. Get him. Nice, to stun him as he came in. Alright, hopefully this guy's gonna heal his injuries between rooms, which I'm still not sure if they do. And already, room number 2 is a brutal one. This is potentially even worse actually than the last one. I know it doesn't seem like it could get worse, but holy hell. Headshot. Dude, I flicked my whatchamacallit. There's a term in Halo called the flick, right? Where like you flick your sniper rifle. Or there used to be some term like that, like I flicked a headshot on him or something, I don't know. But yeah, that's brutal room. This one's looking much more favorable because we can have some time to, you know, set up. And these guys are not paying attention at all. Let's go for the headshot here. Because why not? Headshot on this guy as well. Oh, let's focus this dude. Just miss on my shots. Sounds good. Seems good, but it's fine. There's nobody bowing at us or anything. No pressure. We're just doing a little limit testing here. There we go. No bowmen so far, which is nice. I see a bowman down there. Shield unit. It is shield, I think, because I did no damage. All our units charge. Got him. Stunned him. Nice. So this room's kind of weird. The exit's right next to the entrance. I could have just dropped down and I would have been at the exit. But yeah, we're on room 4 already. And this one is looking really empty, which means everyone's going to be very clumped up. Oh yeah, there they come. Alright, maybe you guys move to this side and I'll bow at them from this angle. This guy's donezo. And he's done. 2-handed guys are scary. They do a lot of damage. Charge. Oops. Come to me, come to me. Come to me, come to me, come to me. I might have mismicroed this. Definitely did. Come to me, please. De-aggro off me. You just crowd him. Crowd him. It's fine. As long as no one's getting hit. Good. By the bowman. Stun them. Nice. He had a spear, so I think he did no damage. Once the spearmen like that, you can just charge them and they do nothing. Alright, room number 5 is very wide open, which is not ideal. We're already getting crossbowed at. Let's don't like how this guy's pathing. 2 bowmen over there, huh? We got a bowman and a crossbowman. Oops. Crossbows are scary because I think they do more damage. I think we're okay though. Let's have these guys block for me. Yes, good. Very good. Oh, there's another bowman. There's a guy up here too. Not paying attention. Oh, come on. He moved back, I think. Okay, there's skeleton not paying attention. Let's go for the headshot here. Got it. I'm about to headshot on this guy back here. Not that we need to take him out. I don't think he'll aggro, but it's free XP. Got the headshot and it did no damage. That's scary. I might have headshot him like through his shield or something. You are a professional little skeleton. Can I even shoot through this, by the way? Oh my, dude, I almost hit our elf. I think I got blocked by the thing. Somebody got hit, by the way. I don't know who got hit. Oh, it was this guy, Lauren. Alright, room number 6 is... Oh man, that was close. Charge, I guess? I'm not sure. How do I want to do this? Oh, that guy's a two-hander. That's scary. Took him out though. Getting bowed at from this dude. Looks like a small room. Oh man. Gotrek's just beasting. There's a dude over there who just aggroed. Oh god. Please don't. Please don't just let me get out. Unscathed, nice. If they're too close, you can't leave. Whoa. Block for me, please. What is this? Let's take out the elf guy. They're all elves, I guess. Oh, Gotrek's getting hit in the back. I just gotta make sure I don't hit allies. Nice. We'll put a point into Agi and then max out Weapon Master, I guess, is the best idea. Oh, this guy over here is not paying attention. Oh, we're getting bowed at from this angle. I'm crossbowman. You guys are not putting your shields up. There you go. I should just be going at them, not watching them. There we go. There's also two dudes that are not paying attention on the dock over there. Might as well take them out. Go for the headshot. Does not hear the arrows whizzing by his head. Understandable. Got soundproofing in his helmet. And he's done though. As for this dude, give him the same treatment. Nice first try. Alright boys, just charge. Gotrek actually took some punishment. There's gotta only be like a couple left though. Oh, there's a lot in this room. Take out the bowman for you guys. As long as you're oh man. Two-handed guy. Scary. What the hell? Do I heal? Holy crap, run. I'm just gonna run to the end if I can. Just run, I don't care about the chest. Holy crap, that was scary. Crappy sword. Lordly dark armor, but it's not that good. You want the modifier. Blade of the Silver Moon. It's pretty bad, I think, because it's a two-hander. Could maybe sell it though for a nice profit, or just give it over like Gotrek. That's gonna give us 39 renown, 462 gold. And also do a rule on top of this where we can only do each tier dungeon once. So we get that tier times skill and attribute points. So we'll get 1 in skill attribute point for tier 1, 2 for tier 2, etc. The tier times 100 renown as well. Maybe we'll do the tier times 100,000 gold this time.